Welcome to the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast infused with hip hop. I am Wood.
Made daily with organic, farm to table, localized, neuralized, sterilized, Scotch guarded for 2020 repellent, available online, not available on Sundays, Broken Pencil Logic. You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
What Monting?
Booyaka shot, boy! Did you hear anything special there, Suave?
I gotta be honest, I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't. You would have been paying attention had you heard it, but you didn't hear it.
I would have been paying attention had I heard it.
But you didn't hear it, so you weren't paying attention to it.
Okay, all right. That
it's not being shipped by anybody anymore.
Oh, well, good. well, all right. Well, all right. Circle gets the square.
Because
for a nominal fee.
Whoa. Gimmick infringement, cuz. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No. Let me get on the phone with Clarence Mason, and it's finna be some ceases and some desists.
No, that's game. We can't do that to game.
Who that is?
For a nominal fee.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. We didn't tell people about when that happened. Hey, shout out to MVP.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We caught that on the episode of Dynamite.
That was the week before Thanksgiving episode of Dynamite where Shelton Benjamin was taking on crackball Mike Bailey.
I just gotta stop listening to episodes right before you go on there.
We were I don't know what we were talking about. I think we were actually getting ready to record or something. And I just said, ooh. Yeah. Hey, before we go into the sponsorships, did you decide on the giveaway, or are we going to announce that next week? We haven't given away anything in a long time. We got when I say huge giveaway for you next week.
Let's get these exact terms figured out, because they're gonna have to do some stuff for this. Like, this ain't gonna be just random,
in 50 words or less, I need to know why you deserve this.
Damn, we like scholarship essays.
We taking it back to the 80s.
Wow. Drop everything and read.
You want an autograph postcard from Hacksaw Butch Reed? I need in 50 words or less why he's your favorite wrestler. Send it to P.O. Box.
You want the Ferrari poster from the book fair? I'm gonna need you to lock in and write this essay, son. Complete sentences, proper English punctuations, all that. Grammar check will be in full effect with the teacher, not with AI. You big. A first and a final draft must be submitted.
Oh man! First and foremost, shouts out to the people who ordered the tinyurl.com/BPBC merch. Shout out to the people who ordered the Cyber Monday, Spend Something Sunday, Small Business Saturday, Black Friday. It's always bummy and Philadelphia shirts.
into perpetuity.
You guys will always have a special place in our hearts. Take your pictures and send it to us. All things social at BPB at Broken Pencil BC. I'm trying to shorten things. Yo, wait a minute. Do you have any other pieces up there before we go into the next piece of business?
Any pieces of no, because you're giving me ideas about the giveaway as we're speaking about this, so I'll just write that on a note to the side.
Okay. tinyurl.com/BPBC merch. Holiday
30% off, free shipping is still going on. We're gonna let it ride. We're gonna put the 2 on the 10 and let it ride.
Tis the season. The best nation is donation. So get you a gift and give it to somebody. I'm looking at SerwinVega.com for my pro audio needs. Pro audio, home theater, car audio, motorcycle audio, power sports, marine audio. Suave, where we at?
On a boat.
We on a boat, man. The Vega Buzz EB1s have my full attention right now. I need to do some spec analysis of these and figure out what I'm going to do. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in the cart, put BPBC in there for the promo code, and take my 10% off. If I can do it, you can too. ServerVega.com. Henry Gary, what up though?
What up?
You're a pro audio professional since 1954. 71 years of acoustic precision around this big.
Them double din car audio situations is looking real player.
Let me tell you something, Suave. I'm really upset that you showed me that because like don't be mad at me, famo. Not that way. So like Jay-Z said a long time ago, I'm young enough to know what kind of car to drive, but old enough not to put rims on it. That's the way I feel about my sound systems.
Okay.
So like I've come to realize in my astute wisdom and age that these sound systems in premium vehicles, or the premium sound systems in premium vehicles, are usually tuned and engineered with the audio file in mind. And if you are really trying to get active, that's when you decide to upgrade your OEM situation for entertainment purposes, infotainment as they call it now. It's a whole situation called infotainment, right? You showed me these double din car stereos, and it's a perfect replacement for probably a good majority of the non-tablet size screens that are out there in the market right now, including both of my vehicles in my driveway. I want you to go ahead, Suave.
I didn't go on there just being reckless. I went on there with a real life purpose. And when I saw that real life purpose, I made sure that you knew about it too.
So,
that's how this works here.
So if you prefer knobless, there's a 7-inch touchscreen multimedia receiver with GPS for $110. If you prefer knobs, 6.2 inches, $170.
You prefer now?
Oh, and of course, yeah. And I thought it was back. No, I'm wrong. The 110 is sold out. The 7-inch is sold out. The 6.2 is still available. I want to know what the difference is. Gary, Henry, hit me up. Let us know the differences because you got my attention. Like, I don't need another one for this particular whip, but I can definitely get it, take it out, and pop it in another one. Yeah. Hello at ServerVega.com if you got questions. One of them will pick it up. I promise you. What else we got? Vita Hermosa Cigars. VitaHermosaCigars.com is the website. We're working out some legal situations. Nothing bad. Everything is great. It's going to help out for interstate commerce. But we are now available at Abbey Cigars in Knightdale, North Carolina. All 5 Vitola. We out here cashing out on you hoes.
In a major way.
Yeah. Shouts out to Mr. T. Shouts out to Ian, my man T. Jordan, Miles, and Seth. If you're out there in Knightdale, in the eastern Wake County portion of the Triangle, go check out Abbey Cigar Lounge in Knightdale, North Carolina. Vita Hermosa Cigars out there. We doing big things. It's a beautiful life. Now, all that out the way, we have, man, we got some news, bro. First and foremost, let me get my accent. The ruler is back. No Slick Rick. Obafemi, your new NXT champion. The ruler is back.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with, let me go ahead and load this clip. Go ahead, come on.
So I gotta pull it. We were gonna do a you know who ain't gonna win. This card is gonna be so different. I don't think we need to, but we're gonna talk about it.
Okay. Either or.
I mean, I don't even know if it's even like set in stone what this card is going to be yet. But we do know 2 matches that are going to happen. The last time is now tournament is now officially over. The tournament winner, Walter in our house, will take on John Cena in John Cena's last match.
So we took an additional 3 weeks to deliver a steaming stack of mid to get to the same place we already knew we were going a month ago.
We a month ago, before the tournament was even a thing, we knew this was going to happen.
That's my point. The tournament wasn't a thing a month ago.
We can even we talked about this like before that.
It's like these jackasses knew that the internet saw what was coming, said, "Nah, we don't know if we want that," and said, "Oh, hold up, we'll give you a glimmer of hope, or we'll heat this thing up," and gave you the same bag of mid with a different
with a different type of cellophane. It's the same mid.
Like, this is the answer to the question: is the mid still selling? Apparently so.
If it's drought season, if that's all you have to give, people will still buy. They're going to hate it, but they're going to buy it.
This wasn't all you had to give. No, this is all you put effort into giving. You had your answer already. So when people didn't like your answer or didn't react positively to your answer, you said, "Okay, let me just buy another dress and put it on the same chick." What are we doing?
I hate that and I love it at the same time.
I mean, you're not trying. You're not trying at this point.
So without Monday Night Raw being announced yet, or even being completed yet at this point, today's date is Monday, December the 8th, year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
I said year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
2020. Man, it's almost the last time we got to come up with a new one. 2025.
I got 5 on it.
He's trying to learn how to sing the last 3 weeks of the year. Got it good.
I carry a note from here to right over there, and that's it.
John Cena versus Walter. Cody Rhodes is taking on Obafemi. And
anything less than a dog walk is an insult to my intelligence.
And Bailey's taking on Sol Ruka. John Cena has wanted to do an NXT showcase so he can see what's coming up next in the wake of him leaving. Or
John Cena said, "You have effed off enough of my retirement tour that I don't trust you to produce a show about."
Don't worry. We about to talk about that too.
Bag of mid.
I don't know.
Bag of mid. Dime bag of mid.
You can work on that while we talk about this. So Cody is the WWE champion, for better or for worse. And of course, you're always going to have your naysayers. You're always going to have your LA Nakers. I don't understand why you would put Obafemi back as the NXT champion when there's a built-in story with Ricky Saints with Cody Rhodes. And not to say that Oba does not deserve it, because Oba went away to find himself as a killer, to come back to destroy Ricky Saints. But like Suave said, anything short of a dog walking of Cody Rhodes is egregious.
It just
the last thing you need to do with a champion like Obafemi is make him unbelievable.
I 100% feel like there's going to be like something involving Drew in this that kind of protects the finish, but
there's nothing.
Here's my question: would you have done this with 2002 Brock Lesnar?
we back at it.
I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, that was actually necessary. But go back though. What were you saying? You said there may be you can see a way that Drew would be involved in the finish.
Oh yeah, I 100% feel like if you've booked this match, there's no way with a clear conscience you're going to beat Obafemi on Saturday night's main event, and that's the first time the majority of the world sees him. At least I would think. Of course, I know the company we're dealing with, so anything's possible. But would you? And I look at the booking of Oba from this perspective. What would you have done for 2002 Brock Lesnar? And I asked the question, what did Brock Lesnar do when he debuted? The answer to that question was
bring the pain.
He Hulk smashed the Hardy Boys, being one of the most popular tag teams and most decorated tag teams of that particular time period. And it was a point where neither one of them are physically imposing, but as a team, they're so accomplished, it makes a big deal. He was able to showcase some of his power and strength situations. Of course, they were still giving unprotected ass chair shots to the dome piece, so he got to sell a couple of those. And, you know, impact made. I feel like Oba is very much in that same category. So anything other than a dominant debut and performance is a waste of what we could potentially be doing, because the goal of all of this, I thought, was to make money. You make money by building new stars. You build new stars by booking them in a convincing and realistic light. Realistic is, if you stood Cody Rhodes, for as much as I like Cody as a person, if you stood Cody Rhodes up next to Obafemi and asked who would win this fight, if it all broke down to fisticuffs and old school eye gouges, who's going home with the victory?
And you know what? You know what? There could leave something to the imagination if Cody, at any point in his professional career, channeled his amateur career. He has not.
There's a lot. Look, we cannot fix what they have done wrong with Cody Rhodes. We don't have that much show left.
And he doesn't have that much career left. You can't go back and start your career from zero at 40.
One day, what we should do is actually take Cody Rhodes' WWE run and rebook it.
Which one?
This one, the most recent. The American Nightmare, not before that.
Oh, not Dashing, not
Dashing,
Stardust,
not Stardust, not the guy with the mask, not the third member of
Legacy.
None of that. None of that.
Not Team Nepo, babies.
Team Nepo, baby.
Hey, Team Nepo, baby. What it do?
Not that. Like American Nightmare, Cody. We should actually figure out a way to save what they've done, because they took whatever cool that was in his system and drained
it. Homogenized it.
Oh my God! Hand sanitizer everywhere.
Put it in a bottle with no dyes or chemicals that were harmful to any animals or humans.
Like the Doritos, they took the color off.
Ain't no more dust, Ben. He's gonna eat this flavor, folks.
No more dust. No more dust.
Just get this flavor.
That's terrible. This is awful that we're making these kinds of jokes, but it's absolutely
this is our reality.
This is where we are.
Pluribus. If you're watching it, you understand what I'm saying. But this is pluribus.
Cody's been handled horribly. But what we do know about Cody, which leaves a glimmer of hope, is that Cody is about doing good business. And we saw him do good business several times in AEW in terms of not being so egotistical that he can't put somebody over in dominant fashion.
Bro, the biggest thing that he did for AEW was the one thing that people resented him for the most.
Which was?
Removing himself from ever holding the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
In retrospect, I think the entire brain trust that was in charge at that time approached the game the wrong way. I think they all should have been more selfish to start off with. Because they were the reason that a lot of people were watching that product. Lead off with put your best talent on the field.
If you, Swab, can you imagine the years worth of train wreck we could have got if Kenny, Jericho, Cody, the Bucks, eventually Tony,
don't forget Super Mox.
I won't even put Mox in there yet. Because Mox would end up, with what I'm about to say, Mox would end up being the Stone Cold character in this whole scenario.
Uh-oh.
Can you imagine everybody that I just named off, not named Mox, within 2 months of AEW launching on TBS and TNT, going at each other's throats over things like booking and signings.
I mean,
hey, people not because AEW Dynamite for the first few months, maybe even the first year, was can't miss. Like it was appointment television. If you add
we were doing it to spite the other company too, so yeah, absolutely.
If you add the element that your top stars who are also executive vice presidents and officers within the same company, and that's coming out on television from day one, which they didn't do that. But even add Brandy in there too. From day one, y'all are acting a total complete donkey with one another. It is not the same combination of donkey every week. You could mix this up for 5 or 6 weeks at a time.
Yeah, I'm 100% with it. The tag team tournament that started off, they should have never lost. Like, just what are we doing?
No. They should have lost and put themselves right back in it.
Okay. Sure. However you want to get there, the end result is the end result. By them being unselfish, I think they pigeonholed. It just didn't work. It didn't work for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. So, but yeah, they're on pace to fuck up Obafemi in record time here. I mean, it's cool that he's gonna get the in-ring opportunity with Cody for whatever that means, but the best thing for the character, the best thing for that individual entity is to Hulk smash somebody and keep walking. And just like, okay,
the same way. Who did Walter come back and dog walk
this time?
Yeah,
Javon Evans.
He didn't dog walk Javon Evans. He actually gave Javon Evans a shot.
Well, I haven't seen anybody get dog walked yet then, because all of his matches since he's been back have been tournament matches.
Yeah, this needs to be a full-blown trucking. There needs to be a horn attached to it and everything.
And see, okay, we all over the place. Because even with the Walter shit, if you're building this the way I think you are, he only has one thing in common with like 4 other people. And the idea of what the internet is taking this and run off with, and because of the promo that Walter cut after he won, his entire approach to this is to make Cena quit. The guy who says never give up in his last match is going to tap. What are we doing? And why are we doing it?
Old school wrestling logic says you go out on your back.
That's cool. Take
you
3 seconds tan. I'm cool.
You leave your boots in the ring.
Or your sneakers or your wristbands, whatever the case may be. Just not your jorts.
Did Taker lose to go out on his back?
Depends on what you consider going out. Because if we're talking about live match in front of, he lost to Roman, he beat Cena 35, he was absent, and then he beat AJ at 36, which was
and that was a cinematic presentation. So he hasn't really had a true retirement match. But didn't he leave his boots in the ring at one point?
He left his coat, hat, and gloves.
Yes, but not his boots.
Yeah, he kept on his snowshoes.
Which is probably why, for some strange reason, we're back to seeing the American Badass.
According to him, he has no desire to do anything of an in-ring capacity, and I completely, I understand and agree. Like, hey, if we haven't done it, we didn't get the one thing we really, really wanted out of all of this.
Yeah,
so let's not continue to cheat death.
Yeah, because one of them already had for no fault of his own.
Bing bong. So if we're not gonna get what we want, I don't even want to entertain it.
They don't entertain it. Yeah, just keep it moving.
So yeah. But what? Back to where we started, which was
Obafemi.
I have high hopes. but my high hopes have nothing to do with this match. So,
put down the gummies.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
Hope for the best. Hopefully somebody has a voice of reason and says Oba needs to look strong here. But I do feel like there's a trapdoor involved with this, and his name is, the total lackage.
God damn it.
Peek behind the curtain into the group text. The total lackage, Lex Druger. Drew Luger is
my God.
Opportunity to trapdoor this situation.
On a scale of 1 to 10 right now, how loaded are you?
0.
Oh boy. This is what we get sober?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, you're in for a treat, pistol pushers.
I'm quite the wordsmith.
A word of Matician, word to Sean Price.
But, yeah, they're still beefing inexplicably. Like it's the beef that never ends, and he'll probably be the reason this ends in a no contest or there's a DQ or whatever. But I feel like Oba deserves better.
Absolutely, he does. The same way I think the NXT universe deserves better than to have Oba come out after Javon Evans wins the Iron Survivor Challenge match to be attacked and laid out by Tony D'Angelo.
You see what I'm talking about? You see? You see? You see? Who asked for that?
Like, you said it, Brother Jamal said it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody asked for this.
Nobody. Under no circumstances was this on the list of things that we wanted. We didn't put this on the menu. Nobody asked for these deviled eggs.
I don't think, and not taking anything away from Tony D'Angelo, I don't think anybody cared that he was missing for the last 3 months in NXT.
That's all. I don't watch, because you do stuff like this.
And we tried it. We tried it. We were you had me hooked when you undid a Dustyism. The first thing you did was put the NXT title match on first. That Dusty would never have done that. First time it's ever happened. And this is how you repay us?
Well, look, we've come to learn. We've come to learn, and we've come to know that anytime the main event goes on first, you got something planned.
Man, and we thought it would. What'd I say? This has to be big. Big bag of mid. Yo, all right. There was a story that came out. I want to get your calculators out, pencil pushers.
Hold on, let me open up my app.
There was a story that came out that John Cena said that he wanted to do a full retirement tour.
Right.
Consisting of 220 dates.
220.
And WWE balked and said, nah, all we need you for is 36.
Mafia.
Now,
that's a difference of 184 days.
Let's back up. Hold on. So 184 is your number. Cool. All right, I'm with that. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
I'm sick again. Some virus out here floating around. I've had the exact same thing twice in 6 weeks. Yes, I take my vitamins, I train, and I don't take steroids. I digress. Suave sends me this mid-nap. I wake up and I respond in kind. I call bullshit immediately. First of all, Suave did different math than what I did. I'll tell you the math I did here in a second. The math Suave just did says the difference of 184 dates says that's 6 months. That's 180 days. I don't care how that's 6 whole months. 30 times 6 if you're doing math at home. Now,
and that's appearance dates.
What the math that I did was I took 220 and divided it by 52. So that's over. I'm sorry. Let me back that up. 220 days. So it's It's 52 weeks out of a year, right?
No, you were doing right. If you had 220 appearances that you were trying to get off of, divided by 52 weeks of the year, he would have to have appeared on 4 1/4 shows a week.
Which to which I doubled back on that too. Even if we did Raw and SmackDown, right? They do 50 shows per year, Raw and SmackDown.
Okay.
So 50
That's
times
100.
2 is 100.
Okay.
We'll add another 12 in for PLEs.
112 where the players dwell.
Add another 3 in for random PLEs like Saturday Night's Main Event. That's 115. We can round up and say 120 maximum. Number one, ain't no way in the hell anybody in WWE is doing 220 dates. Unless you're talking about like personal appearances outside of the ring or outside of a televised show.
I started adding in like Mexico and TNA, and even then we were well short.
Let's go from 120 and add another 52. We're still at 172. And that's putting a 2 on the 10. We're still 48 dates away from 220 with this math. Cena, I hate to say it, but he's living on 2002 time right now. That's the only time you getting 220 dates.
But this is why we vet the information that we get from the internet and the places that we see it. It's like, hey, did he actually say 220 or did you say 220?
Let's double back though.
Or is it 220 days and not dates?
If WWE says we need you for 36, Suave, aside from Mafia and the Wu-Tang Clan, and maybe even in cooking, when is the last time 36 has been a round number for you?
36 ounces of 1,008 grams. Shout out to Fiend. Last time 36 was a round number, I mean, only when I'm dealing in dozens. That's it. Donuts, eggs,
Wu-Tang Clan, bricks,
3-6 Mafia.
and Mafia. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
No one pulls the number 36 out and says, this is what makes sense.
So that's what, 12 PLEs, and what, 2 episodes to promote each. You got the start of the angle and the go home for every PLE. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much what we got too.
And that kind of what we got though. Like he skipped a couple PLEs and we swapped those out for a couple Raws and SmackDowns.
He won the title, never defended it. Had one match with the belt, one 6-man tag match, and then lost the belt.
So you got one half of the story in the math that says this is absolutely untrue. Then you get the other half of the math is like,
this might have some weight.
This might hold weight. This is about what we got. Which, look, I don't understand why we put so much added difficulty onto things that aren't difficult. If it's a John Cena retirement tour, let John do whatever the hell John wants to do. If he wants to show up in Spokane, Washington, let him do that. If he's going to show up in Madison Square Garden, let him do that. If he wants to go to Des Moines, Iowa, let him do that. That is what he wants to do. It's just your job to make sure that there's merchandise there to sell.
You had Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. This is your daily acknowledgement. In Oklahoma City. Like, when is the last time that's happened? Both, like, easily the two highest paid talent that you have on your roster.
Well, because you can get a really good connecting flight in Oklahoma City?
No, you cannot. You're flying through Dallas.
Well, that's probably what it is. They fly into Oklahoma City, do the show, drive into Dallas, get their connecting flight to where they're going from.
That I was going to say that too. If you fly to Dallas, that's one thing. You're probably driving to Dallas because that drive to Dallas is probably going to be a lot faster to the airport than it is for you to waste time waiting on the flight to get to Dallas to get your connecting flight.
So, yeah, fly into OKC, do the show, drive into Dallas, fly out. That's how you got OKC.
And if Brock is going home, he's definitely on the company jet, making that happen. Regardless, it happened. And if it happened for them, it could happen for Cena in, I don't know, Butte, Montana. Just because he wants to?
Montana.
What was that? What was that show that had like 6,000 people on SmackDown? Was it Toledo, Ohio?
Ain't no telling. Just wherever the whole thing about this is just let John do what he wants to do. Like, don't make this difficult. You tried to outthink and outkick the coverage, and you just ruined it. From the jump, just let him come back and do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to have 30-minute classics on Raw, let him do it. If he wants to, be GM for 3 weeks, let him do it.
Here's an idea. If he wants to run back the entire moveset from the Angle match from 2002 on SmackDown, let him do it. What happened to Eugene Dinsmore Cena? Huh? What happened to breaking out tribute finishers throughout the match Cena? That we called here on the BPBC. Let me not shutting that too far down the radar.
With the way this has been handled, it almost is like the AJ match should have been the last match no matter what. Because you have not had a better experience as far as fan interaction is concerned than that match. That has been the pinnacle of the retirement tour. So to be perfectly honest, you should have just let them do 30 minutes on Saturday night's main event. Because we know Cena and the code he lives by. So I don't see any reason that he's not going to put Walter over on the way out.
And if he doesn't, we dare be surprised, because either way, the crowd's going home happy.
Right, because you're gonna get the
and sad at the same time. So it doesn't matter.
Speech. Right, you're going to enjoy what you get. I have no questions that the match will be decent. But what master are we serving in all of this? I guess.
Hey, yo.
You feel me? Like, what are we doing? Because if we're building Walter and Cena signed on to build Walter, and the biggest way to build Walter is to have Cena tap, why is that the ending you choose? For this man's career, that's the retirement tour. That's the last stop. When it would have made that much more sense to never have beaten John during this entire time, to where when Walter did beat him, it mattered way more. And then it would have been removed enough to where we could build towards this end, beat AJ on the way out. AJ starts his retirement tour. It's seamless.
All right, stock up, stock down, net neutral. There was a hits blunt moment that we saw over the weekend on the internet where an idea was pitched, not to WWE, but just IWC. That as Cena is in the middle of getting up from his 3-second tan and is taking his last bows, the final boss comes out to remind Cena that his soul belongs to him and that he's not done wrestling. Stock up, stock down, net neutral. How do you feel?
Stock up just because it's something.
This is where we are. This is where we are.
But to keep it G, we had already said something similar like that anyway. That what we said was that was how you were supposed to justify or explain the return of Brock Lesnar, where The Rock says, we're not done yet, basically. And then that's why I'm gonna send Lesnar after you, and that would have set up WrestlePalooza, and you'd have done that business there. But just
either way, I'm going to be tuning in to Saturday Night's Main Event, because not only is that the last match for Cena, that may be the last thing we see from WWE on the CAC, as they have stripped everything off the CAC.
Wait, they stripped more?
They have last run dates listed on anything remaining on WWE's Peacock channel.
Yo, that's crazy.
So once again, for the fourth time since 2013, WWE content has no landing place. Historical content, that is. Library. They were better off just keeping their own app.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because now we pitched this before, so this is not the first time pencil pushers have heard this conversation. But there have been a lot of mergers and different streaming deals, and everybody's in bed with this person. It's like it's a Diddy party of streaming platforms.
Hey, yo.
I mean, when I start lying though, it is a Diddy party of streaming options and streaming platforms.
Yep.
WWE's in bed with ESPN, with Peacock, with who else? Netflix,
YouTube,
with YouTube,
Roku.
I didn't even know about that one.
They had a whole reality show on Roku that was specifically an exclusive to Roku. That's how we got to meet sexy BJ Ray and the other guy from Dark State.
It wasn't real to me. So
that's what it was. Show some guy tried to cut a promo and push up on Bianca Belair while Tez was in the building. Yeah, he got cut real quick.
See, all of these different partners that WWE is out here, sharing the love with Raw, and at some point, you gotta burn all of the wax off the candle. At some point, you're gonna get to where you have taken all the money you can take from as many different streaming partners as you can take it from, and nobody's willing to re-up. Because
let's add one more to this, because we got to talk about ESPN and all this too. Not for nothing, TNA Plus. You actually have WWE talent that has shown up on TNA programming. And if you're on TNA programming, TNA has the right to broadcast it on TNA Plus, their platform, which they have the entire lineage of TNA from the pay-per-view up to now on TNA Plus. So that's another platform where you can find current WWE talent.
And TNA just struck a deal with AMC as their new network home. So now you'll have whatever AMC's streaming
AMC Plus.
Bing bong.
Oh, add A&E to that too. Now that you mentioned that too, because of the reality shows that's on A&E,
and that ties into Hulu, which also goes back through the mouse. So,
and speaking of Diddy parties,
yikes! Yeah, that was my fault. Go ahead.
TNA has also been privy to that too, because since inception, pay-per-view, Spike TV / Paramount, Destination America, Pop TV, Access, now AMC. Now, granted, we're looking at 22, 23 years of product. That's cool. That's a lot of network movement over that, and I'm probably missing one or two, but those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head.
Right.
Monday Night Raw has only been on USA, TNN / Spike, TNN became Spike, which became Paramount, back to USA, and now Netflix. Mm-hmm. So 3 networks over almost 30 years
Then SmackDown had its,
Well, SmackDown had its jump off moments too. We had UPN, the CW, the WB, Sci-Fi, USA, Fox, FS1. Well, that's part of the Fox deal. So that's saying
it's 2 different channel numbers on your guide. So I'm gonna go ahead and count it as an extra body.
They were also on Universal for the Spanish speaking contingent in North America.
Universal, Budweiser, the king of beer.
You sent me a text the other day with that, and I actually heard it in that voice. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Absolutely, yeah. You gotta be one of those to know.
Budweiser, the king of beers.
That's how I know you've never watched Tejano boxing on a Friday night
or AAA at 2:00 in the morning, followed by CMLL.
That's how we know you wasn't outside.
You wasn't outside.
you rat bastard.
Holy shit! Oh boy, leave it to us.
This is all over the place. But with all of these different streaming partners and these different in-bed situations, and none of these streaming partners seem to be happy with the return on investment. They're paying at a magnificent clip for the content that's being streamed on the platform, yet the content that's being streamed is not bringing in the revenue to offset the original's expenditure.
They say bad news travels fast. And in business, we should never know more in the public than what's going on in the boardroom, which for the most part that's true. But we are hearing way too much in these streets that ESPN is unhappy with the trade-off for this WWE situation. Now,
and we continuously hear it. Like, the reason Fox didn't re-up is because they weren't happy with the return on investment. We heard even with Peacock, they weren't happy with the return on investment, even though they've been the most stable home. That Netflix really wasn't seeing a great return on investment. And now so far with ESPN, because you've alienated the fan base, content-wise and monetarily, ESPN is not receiving a return on investment. So at some point, you're gonna have to go. You have to go back to your own house.
Fam, think about this. You have now access for the #1 wrestling program in the world, Monday Night Raw,
right?
To have direct access to 85% of the world's population. And you're doing 2009 cable numbers? Make that make sense.
You can't. Because
on top of that, you said like these people aren't happy with their returns on investment. All right, so let's start with ESPN. ESPN so far has had 2 ventures that we've seen head on with WWE. We've seen WrestlePalooza, which shouts out to Andreas Hale. Jesus, man, you would talk about a lambasting, a tongue lashing, an indictment, if you will. What's the other one? Oh, Survivor Series. So two of the WrestlePalooza is not a big 5, and apparently we may be going away from these big 5 names because they're saying that they can build.
I saw that stupid shit.
They can build new intellectual properties.
All you doing is giving Vince McMahon an opportunity to reclaim his IP, and he's gonna fuck around and
you're gonna find out.
Okay, abandon those trademarks if you want to. Just stop messing with stuff that ain't broke. Fix the creative. That's where you want to fix something. Fix the creative. We don't need to fix the names of any more PLEs. Because I remember that article. The guy who said that didn't realize that WrestlePalooza was from '98. Belongs to Paul Heyman, or it now belongs to WWE because they bought the whole everything from ECW. But that happened in '98.
'98.
WrestlePalooza '98. Might have been one in '97. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Regardless, it's a '90s intellectual property that did not originate in WWE that they happened to rebuy, repurpose, repackage, and diehards like yourself and I recognize that from day one. Why are we doing this?
Unfortunately, a lot of the brain trust at TKO is operating with Time Warner energy.
Oh,
and Time Warner energy from the first part of the 2000s.
Yeah, Nick Khan is at the top of that list because he has zero fucks to give.
None.
If you dangle a $20,000 ticket out there,
okay, there you go,
and non-rabbit dog nibbles at the ticket, now he has a reason to hang from trees multiple $10,000 tickets.
With your ticket nibbling ass.
Get your ticket nibbling ass out of here, bro.
Exactly. Quit nibbling tickets, boy.
Ticket nibbler. Your mama a ticket nibbler.
I heard your mama up the street nibbling tickets.
Hey, yo.
And then the fight started.
What you say about my mama?
Next thing you know, he just swung on him.
Look at that. I guess I won't say where do we go, but I mean, it's obviously where we're going. We're going to Saudi Arabia next month for Royal Rumble, and that will
Saudi is, oh my God,
that's going to change everything. Number one, we'll be watching the Royal Rumble on a Saturday afternoon. How about that? It won't feel the same, but it would definitely give us our night. It will definitely give us our night back.
Do you think that influences who the winner's gonna be?
What part? Going to Saudi?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
It's every show that we've had in Saudi has been influenced directly by what's going on in Saudi, and by what's I mean who.
But we've never had a Big Five influenced by Saudi, and
we never had a Big Five in Saudi.
That too. Hit the bell for yourself. But even more so, we've never had Saudi influence directly the road to WrestleMania. And now we're going to see Saudi.
Are you sure about that?
We've never done a Big Five there.
Not a Big Five, but we've had like a pit stop, like an exit on the road in Saudi.
You know, that usually does not have. Most of the Saudi shows have been nostalgia pops, for one. Number two, if you were getting stuff in Saudi that had anything to do with WrestleMania, you were getting follow-up following WrestleMania, or you'll get a match to knock somebody out of contention before WrestleMania that never had any type of situation to do with it.
Yeah, so that perfect case in point, when you say that makes more sense, because I'm thinking that what the one that comes to mind is when Cody beat Brock. Was that
one? For me, that's more like you paid the big names to be here. So,
but what I'm saying, if that was on the road, then your point holds true. That knocks Brock out of contention from even holding weight at WrestleMania. There's nothing for him to do.
True, but I'm also saying from the perspective of, you know, how Saudi will basically, we're going to pay for the ingredients and we're going to tell you what we want the end result to taste like. With that situation,
here's flour, baking powder, chocolate chips, and egg. We don't want cake. We want cookie. Go.
That part. So if you're just saying, okay, we're going to give you Cody versus Brock, but they're not putting any money on who's supposed to be the winner. They don't care. They just want the names. In Saudi, if you're saying, yes, the winner of the Rumble is going to be influenced by by Saudi in some way, shape, or form, that tells me they're going to have influence on the road to WrestleMania by one way or the other. Now, think about 1 year later, WrestleMania itself will be in Saudi. Saudi is going to influence the next 2 WrestleManias without even trying.
And you got 2 full nights in Saudi, which could possibly turn into 2 full days in America.
Say, man, all I'm saying is the next 2 years are going to be very interesting for a myriad of reasons. Because Saudi has the book now.
Literally, they are the pencil. Oof. That's a big pill to swallow, bro.
Oof. We'll let y'all digest that. We'll come back to it, talk about what it could mean on another episode. But just think about that. Saudi is calling plays for the next 2 seasons.
Let's do some quick hits real quick. War Games review. We ain't talking about War Games yet. What you think about this year's War Games?
It was cool. It was
I think it was let's just say this. If ESPN is the worldwide leader with the worldwide leader, this is what y'all, if this is the product that y'all giving us, y'all can't have 2 bad straws in a row. The women's Rumble match made sense, even though it was just thrown together.
I mean, the women's War Games match.
Yeah, thank you. The women's War Games match made sense, even though it was just thrown together. It made sense until we saw Io climb the damn cage, and AJ had to get airlifted up to give her the trash can to complete the lid that she had brought out to the ring to start the match off with, just for a dive off the top. Like
it was forced. The women's War Games match would have been just as good as a women's traditional elimination match.
Period. We did not need the cage. It was completely unnecessary.
Oh, Nicole, you could have told the same level of drama with the men's War Games match if it was a traditional elimination tag match. But I understand why you don't want to beat everybody that's involved. But yes,
one of the biggest misses in the men's War Games match was the fact that Bronson Reed tsunami'd everybody in that match on the other side, on the Roman Reigns side. Yes, I'm saying that because he's the only one that didn't call himself the captain on that side. So there, he tsunami'd everybody on that side after breaking both his ankles, diving off the top of the cage at last year's War Games.
Thank goodness Braun Breaker has the physical composition that he does.
Listen,
otherwise, they'd have care flatted his ass out of there.
Yeah, that was almost a different conversation for a short dive for a doomsday device. Like, I don't say I hope, but like, I can't see Punk not having enough leg to shortchange that leap off the top rope and then Cody did not turn Breaker the way it was a horrible idea. I was going to try to phrase it another way. It was a terrible idea from the jump to put him in that position. Even if you thought it might look cool, just do the electric chair drop, be done with it. The only person that you probably could have pulled that off with, where it wouldn't have looked as bad on the landing, size-wise, would have been Logan Paul. But he's taller than Brian Breaker is.
He's taller, but he's not heavy.
He's definitely not as bulky. That's for sure.
So I get it. You're trying to pay homage to the Road Warriors. Here's the thing. 75% of the audience who's watching that show has no clue who the Road Warriors are. And I hate to say it. We are the outliers as well as the elder statesmen of this pro wrestling watching culture. We're the last of the Mohicans.
Here's a couple of facts. I've said this before on this show. WWE has been WWE longer than it was WWF. That's number one. Number two, the last time the Road Warriors showed up together on WWE television was right after they became WWE.
And the last time the Road Warriors were in a War Games
was in the 90s.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not even sure about that. Probably the 80s.
It is absolutely the 80s. Because they weren't even
doing War Games matches on a yearly basis after 91.
They would do them, like, you'd get one every year, but by that time, they had left.
Well, 92 to 97, they weren't even as a unit. There was Road Warrior Hawk and Road Warrior Animal, but they were not the Road Warriors as a unit.
From 1990, they're in WWF, not E. But
you see
what I'm saying? So their last War Games was literally
89
in the 80s.
Wow.
So the homage that you're paying, I respect it because I've gone back and watched all that stuff. But I'm saying 75. It might be closer to 85% of the viewing audience has no clue who the Road Warriors are and why that spot was cool in that particular setting. Either way, erring on the side of caution would have been the best thing here because the future of the company, for all intents and purposes,
was literally on the shoulders of the person carrying the company.
Come on. You are on the shoulders of QB1. The future of the company is on the shoulders of QB1 and the guy bringing in all the extra viewers.
Who was dressed in all black? Who climbed the cage, bro?
I'm gonna stick with the internet choice and say Austin Theory.
I just think by body composition it was Tez. Now, will we ever know if the person behind the mask and the outfit is going to be behind their actual reveal? Will we ever know that? Is that something that's going to go down in the kayfabe history? Because it's very possible we will never know who that person is. So and it's also more possible that the person behind the reveal is not the same person who climbed the cage that night.
So 1994 just called. And
Dark Scorpion!
That would be 1990, the Black Scorpion. No, they rehashed Black Scorpion again in 94, and it was Arn Anderson for the majority of the time who was getting Hogan up out of there. And then when the reveal came, it was Brutus the Barber Beefcake, aka Brother Brutai, aka
the Booty Man, aka Zodiac.
The Booty Man, the Zodiac, the Butcher, all of these different people. That's who ended up being the reveal at the end of Halloween Havoc 94. I think Austin Theory makes the most sense just because that's a talent who you know has upside, who needs something to do.
And plenty of years ahead of him. Plenty of years ahead of him.
He's young. And then to think he was the guy who did that in real time, he's young enough, athletic enough to have been the person who did that. Almost anybody else, I don't know who else you could put in that situation that wouldn't be a letdown. Only because you put Tez in that situation, it's not going to take very long for him to start outshining the idea of the group.
And then you got to clean up Dawkins after that. No, not after that. During that, you got to clean up. You got to figure out what to do with him. Give him more longevity.
So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna stick with Austin Theory. I did see someone on the internet that said Ricky Saints could be a good pick. I don't understand the reasoning.
I don't like that at all.
We heard some people say Jericho.
You're insulting my intelligence by saying Ricky Saints because that person that climbed that cage was well over 200 pounds. Ricky Saints is right at 200 pounds. And there was also a height differential there, height disparity.
There's also a level of athleticism that was displayed that is not, it's not common. That's not a common level of athleticism that was shown for someone to scale the outside of the cage the way they did, be able to deliver a curb stomp.
A perfect Seth Rollins curb stomp.
It's like, I remember it, but I don't remember anything about it right after it happened. So it's like, he mirrored whoever he was trying to imitate perfectly and left no traces of his actual offense. And then scaled out of the cage the same speed he came into it. That narrows shit way down.
And that's why I think Tez, because Tez has the skill set of a cat. Like, he has the quickness of a cat.
He's also very early Orton-esque career-wise. Body composition. He's got the swimmer's build, as they refer to it.
When I saw Orton back when he was like 19, 20, I was like, there's no way this guy's the future. Then he wins the title as the youngest champion ever, and I'm like, why did y'all do this? And
the dude's also 6'5".
And then he gets injured that first time and comes back, got a little bit more size on him. And then my son gravitates towards him. That's his favorite wrestler. I'm like, I don't get it. Then he gets hurt again. He comes back. Boom. All right. He's a grown ass man now. All right.
I just look at it from the perspective of, one, I don't trust them to handle Tez properly if he was put into that situation.
Not mad at it.
Heyman absolutely would know what to do. I just don't trust that he would have the best presentation as a part of that situation. I just don't. And that's more. It has more to do with the current creative direction versus what I think he's actually capable of as a performer. But I mean, if we're gonna put him on the list, he's on the list.
Do you have to keep putting everybody that you want to elevate in with Heyman? Oh, where did you go?
So essentially, they kicked me off the internet for what I said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yikes.
So they do you have to elevate? Do you put everybody that you need to elevate with Heyman? Like, is that going to be the move going forward? Because like, there's only so much room that Heyman has to deal with.
I don't think you can. I don't think you should do anything past 4. I think 4 is a good round number for a faction. It makes it to where you can mix things up just enough. You can make a tag team or 2 out of this. Brock doesn't count as an official member. He's kind of like who you call in as a henchman, or he's the
enforcer.
Kind of, sort of, a hired gun, hired assailant, hitman, so to speak. But as far as talent who's going to be on television every week, 4 is good, especially with Heyman being able to do the talking. Put it like this. I have more faith in Tez to make it by himself than I do for Austin Theory to make it by himself. And that's because of what Austin Theory has kind of already been through. He had the push that was going on with Old Man River, and then you had all of that disassembled. Then you put him with Grayson Waller. Then you made him a complete idiot, and then you kind of ran him into the ground and then took him off television. If anybody needs the career rehab, it's Theory over Tez, because Tez hasn't gotten that opportunity yet. You haven't had an opportunity to ruin him yet.
This is a fact.
So if I'm picking based on that criteria, then yeah, I'm gonna say Theory in the Vision over Tez. Carmelo Hayes would work for me. And then Carmelo and Braun have a history.
Yep.
But again, it's Theory till I hear something different. And this also has a lot to do with the guy that we don't really fool with, but he's been pushing this narrative. And until we see something that says the exact opposite, he's going to keep pushing it, saying that Theory is a part of this group. And it keeps making sense that Theory, you know what, he might actually be a part of this group. This might be the one time he's actually right.
Curveball. Not saying this is ever going to happen, but because of the size and the athleticism, and the fact that there's been a great upward swing on the trajectory of the learning of this particular individual. Suppose it was Jade Cargill
that climbed the cage and I don't know what I have no clue how I would handle that.
Nobody would expect it, and I'm not saying that that's who it was, but you want to talk about complete left field? Sheesh. I mean,
it's complete left field, but it's also something you really can't.
You can't capitalize off of, because there's no women on the other side.
Why are we doing stuff we can't capitalize on?
Because of Stanford, that's why.
Cripes.
Oh man. A couple other things. Bit of business. The Continental Classic version 3.
Lincoln Continental.
No, close though. It is in full swing and in progress on Dynamite and Collision. There are some great matches that have already happened and more that are coming up. I encourage you while you can. Oh, that's what we've got to talk about. AEW may be in limbo on Warner as Warner Brothers Discovery was just purchased by Netflix for a whopping $82 billion. What? And why is that so damning for AEW? Well, I'll tell you, pencil pushers. It's because WWE is actually already on Netflix. So it's like we go here first. You don't. And
you don't even go here.
All the more reason for WWE to go and get their own damn app because they have the infrastructure to do so, where AEW never did. Not to say they don't have the capital to do so, but as So Suave eloquently told me the other day, they've been operating at a loss. And they're being basically bankrolled by the network deals that they have with Warner Brothers Discovery through TNT and TBS. And then, of course, their pay-per-view streams that are coming through traditional pay-per-view outlets, Triller, Fight TV, now HBO Max as well. They did a couple of one-offs with Amazon Prime. And truth be told, I think that would be a better suited situation for them moving forward if a conflict of interest were to come through. But Netflix got more money than both of them combined. I don't see a reason why they gotta leave. I think more is. I think this in this case, I say less is more, but in this case, I think the more the merrier.
I could get with that line of thinking, other than the fact that we know how Stanford operates.
Petty as fuck.
Right. Extremely petty. Any situation they go into, they typically put language into the agreement that says you can't deal with anyone who does the same thing we do during this deal, and then they'll put a buffer on the beginning and the end. So say,
as evidenced by TKO's new extended non-competes.
You see what I'm saying? So there's going to be something to predate. So let's say if they were going to launch on platform X in 2026 and the deal was agreed upon sometime in 2025, they would probably put somewhere in the range of 180 to plus dates, but between, the airing of the last similar genre item, saying, okay, if we're going to start day 1 of 2026, 6 months prior, no wrestling. Nothing that even remotely mirrors professional wrestling. 6 months before, and then another 6 months after we're gone. Basically protecting their market share. I don't see why they wouldn't have kind of put that clause in with Netflix, especially when they were in the position of being able to influence such a big payout. So it very well could say, hey, look, I realize you just bought this, this bundle of channels and all of this content, but we have an agreement that says no other professional wrestling on this platform during our time of operation. So at which point AEW basically says, that's a breach of contract or whatever the case may be. And to your point, that's where the buyout comes in.
Let me ask you a question. Is there any talent in AEW since its inception in 2019 that has been deemed unmentionable for nefarious reasons? Like anybody's been excommunicado by AEW and the pro wrestling body at large?
They had a whole gang of them from the Me Too situation.
But they weren't contracted. I think they were like coming in, like they weren't all elite.
Maybe one or two of them were, but I would have to check in and see. There were
like Skrull, maybe.
I don't think Skrull was ever signed. I think wasn't Jimmy Jacobs, was he on a per diem?
I think that's what I'm saying. Like those are the names I'm thinking of. They were like, you know, one, like they weren't all elite, but they showed up.
Yeah, we'd have to go back through the weeds on that just to know whose contract status is what.
Is it worth it to scrub them from the annals of AEW history, considering their low contributions to the company?
Yep.
Would it hurt them if they didn't? I'll tell you where I'm going with this in a second.
Would it hurt who?
AEW.
If they didn't scrub the Me Too's and the
from that 2019 specifically, because it only happened in that year.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts AEW at all. So okay, like with Nick Gage. Nick Gage has gone on to do some other things to get himself in a world of trouble.
Also to correct himself in said world.
Right. So if you were to tell me, you know, I wasn't gonna get to see the Pizza Cutter episode of Dynamite, am I really gonna be fucked up about it? Like, and then that was an important angle. Yeah, in like wrestling folklore, everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about when I say the Pizza Cutter episode.
Yes.
But in terms of I'm finna get a check, and this check is finna help keep my company floating.
Okay,
and I'm thinking between that or cutting that dude out.
So
out of there.
So you're actually about to side with me on this one.
Okay.
In the advent where content is king, in the age where content is king, the advent of data centers, there is absolutely no reason why a company who already did it, WWE, who's taking the time to scrub their acquired content and retune it to get rid of unlicensed copyrighted material to maintain as much of its artistic integrity as possible, to redistribute for its fan base, to not have its own housing for a permanent distribution source than it is right now. AEW should have already done that, and by acquiring the Ring of Honor catalog, they already have that with Honor Club, or you would think. And if you have that with Honor Club, and you're already able to distribute the same content through HBO Max, so it's got to be housed something, like you got to have it centrally located somewhere. It's not hard to build an app. You already have access to bandwidth.
I don't think it's an issue of bandwidth or know-how. I think
it's definitely an issue with bandwidth. We found that out the hard way when WWE Network first launched.
Not for Kanos, because I mean he's building off the back of whatever those mistakes were. What I'm saying
currently, yes.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the television distribution and the streaming platform distribution deals are so ludicrous money-wise at this point. There's no reason for them to go back there, even though we can see over the horizon. We see that, hey, because of the way this is all being consolidated, the well is about to run dry. So when they finally say, hey, we not giving you this for this content anymore, we finna cut this price in half or cut it in a third, and you either gotta take it or leave it.
This is what I'm saying, Suave. The way that Peacock is doing WWE in this entire dichotomy, they're literally erasing everything that we know from WWE. Like, remember when WWE Network first started, they had their own like exclusive shows that people watched. Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesomeness. Legends House. All of these super dope shows. None of that shit ended up on Peacock.
Because Stanford went into it saying the library, and they started making specific differences between what you get. You'll get new PLEs, you'll get new episodes, and you'll get the tape library of this, and this, while also leaving a completely different mountain of content untouched.
But why not have a fail safe in the event? Like, for instance, I'm sure they know what's next. We as fans have no idea what's next. Why
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I think they should be ready to go back to a WWE Network platform.
Literally like this. Go live. Just press the button. Go live. Done.
And let's keep it G. Who's to say they aren't? Who's to say they don't already have that figured out? They listen to us enough.
And then we got another subscription service that we got to around to get ready to pay for.
I mean, you're gonna be able to cancel all the other ones because once we go back to WWE Network, that's it. Just bring back the $9.99. And then the same thing with AEW. If they ever got to a point where it's like, oh, look, we're not getting another TV deal, or the TV deal is not paying enough, so we kind of need to subsidize this. The idea of paying $20 a month for an AEW app, but you got all the pay-per-views free, that would be something we deal with.
Bruh, I pay $30.
Hey, chill. Don't give away what we can sell.
Fine. Split the difference. $25.
$15.
Done. $17.50.
Boom.
All in. Literally.
$20 no commercials. $22.99 no commercials.
Done. We're gonna get them anyway, but still,
you're gonna get a commercial. There's no such thing as no commercial
at all. You're gonna get some advertising. You're gonna get this work.
Real. Localized globalization, I believe, is how
local globalization. Vincent Kennedy McMahon coined it.
So you tend to get these ads.
Yes.
How you line this up? But yes, we are rapidly approaching a time where both companies and any company affiliated with either said company is going to need a standalone streaming platform, because these streaming deals cannot keep paying out like this when they're not making it back. It just does not make good quality fiscal sense. Just don't.
Numbers for you. And last but certainly not least on this episode, rest in peace to Larry the Dog.
Man, Larry the X.
That man had better merch than half your favorite talent.
Larry the Arf Henning. Arf.
Oh man. Yeah, so shouts out to AJ Lee and CM Punk. People, fur babies are real family members. Don't let anybody tell you any different. If you don't have you one, then don't say shit about it. That's about as real as I can get.
My God, today. Well,
yeah. If you have one and you beg to differ, then we can have a conversation about it. But if you don't have one, you cannot come to this argument. Show at brokenpencilbc.com, brokenpencilbc@gmail.com. It's at brokenpencilbc on all things social. At brokenpencilbc on what?
Everything,
and
everything.
One more time for the P.
For a nominal fee.
That's never going to get old.
That's good. That's good, clean fun.
I figured I'd brighten your day with those. All right, Suave, take him to the house, man.
Pencil pushers, like, rate, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell that friend to tell a friend, and then
tell that friend
again. Heads up, pencils down.
Let's see if I can beat it before it.
Whole lot of fucking gang shit.
Bam.
Whole lot of fucking gang shit.
Whole lot of choppers on your ass.